Thank you so much for ordering your B is for Body bodysuit or dress. I can't thank you enough for your love and support. So this video is to help us get the right fit for you. So there's a few measurements that I need you to take in order to make sure that your B is for Body bodysuit fits you like a glove. Okay, so the first thing I need you to do is to measure your waist. So, start in the middle. Oh, make sure you get a flexible measuring tape. So you can't use like one from the toolbox. You need one for sewing, one that's flexible, that will bend with your body. I got this one for free. I'm sure you can find one at the 99-cent store or the Dollar Tree. Okay, so my waist measurement, if I can get it, is 29. I just happen to know it. I sew my own stuff, right? So my waist measurement is 29. If you're unsure that you've done it properly, or you just want to be 100% sure you're sending me the right number, measure yourself a few times, okay? So it actually starts and stops on the 0, exactly on the 0. So again, I got 29. So if you do the same number twice, it's probably accurate. You just want to take the tape off, reposition it to make sure that you have it, right at the right space. And see where I moved it a little bit? I must have gone a little higher up on my body. I got 29 again, okay? So wherever, when you put your hands on your waist, wherever the top is, that is where I want you to measure, okay? So not down here where my pinkies are, but up here where my index finger and my thumb meet. So wherever you got your, your little model pose or your, are you serious? Wherever you put your hands for that, that's where I want you to measure. So the next place I want you to measure is your bust, okay? So you're going to take the tape around the widest part of your back, just like when they're measuring for a bra, okay? So you want to measure around the widest part of your back and your bosom and see where that is. So for me, I'm a little over 35, okay? So I'm just gonna take the tape off, reposition it on my body, make sure I'm measuring accurately, and see this time I'm getting 36, which I know is actually a lot closer to what my real measurement is, okay? So you wanna do it 3 times just to make sure that you are accurate. Make sure you try to keep your measuring tape as flat as possible. So if it twists out, that, that can affect the measurement as well. All right, so I'm getting 36-ish again, so that's the number I would write down to send to me, okay? So we did the waist, we did your bust. Now what I want you to do is measure your torso length. So I want you to start with the 0 on your shoulder, right where the top of your shoulder is. Make sure you're wearing something form-fitting when you're doing this as well, okay? So you measure from the top of your shoulder down to your belly button, okay? So for me, that is almost 18. So it's like 17 and a half, okay? Let me just make sure I'm standing up straight. Here's my belly button. I'm just coming over. That's not very accurate. Okay, there we go. So this time, actually, I got 19. So now that I'm, standing up straight and not slouched over, where the middle of my belly button is about 19. Okay, so that would be the number that I wrote down. The next measurement that I want you to take is of your hips. So it's easier to start with the measuring tape just wide behind you. Go around the widest part of your bottom, around the thickest part of your hips, okay? Because we want to make sure you can fit in the bands. And for me, that's 40 and a half, okay? So I'll show you again. You just take the tape, go around the widest part of your bottom, the widest part of your hips and see where you end up. And for me, so the second time I got 40, and let me do it one more time, just for good measure. And I got 40 and a half. So that would be the number that I wrote down, okay? And then the one last thing that I would like you to measure for me, please, would be from your shoulder down. So depending on if we're making a dress for you or a bodysuit, it's depending on the length that you need. So if you are measuring for a dress, I want you to measure from your shoulder down to where you want the dress to stop. So if you want the dress to stop below your knee, and a good little trick if you're doing this by yourself is to just hold the tape down, measure about halfway, right? So to, the top of my leg, hold it down, and then continue going down. So the tape is still straight, so you're not messing up the measurement. And so if I wanted this dress to stop below my knee, it would be 39 inches. So that would be the number that I wrote down. And of course you want to repeat that at least 2 to 3 times to make sure you're getting about the same number. So if I was measuring for pants, I would start at my shoulder again, do the exact same thing, bend over, keep pulling down my tape until I get to my ankle, like right where your foot starts, okay? And for me, that's 51 inches. So that's not where I want the pant to stop. That is how long it is from your shoulder to the top of your foot. That is the number that I would like to know. So if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email. I greatly appreciate it. Again, sincerely, thank you so very much for your order with B is for Body.